Hi everyone, this is the Trade Currencies Learn Forex channel, and I want to talk to you about in this video how to manually backtest your strategy and why it's so important. How do you spend your Forex computer time? Now there's a reason why I'm asking you this important question, because most of you are probably spending your computer time or the available time that you have on the wrong things, and that's what this video is all about. So take a look here. Are you spending your time looking for the Holy Grail? Okay, that's the Holy Grail. Anyone know what that is? Well, these are the miracle strategies that will work 90-100% of the time, and if you can find the Holy Grail, well, guess what? You're well on your way to Forex riches. You're going to be a multi-millionaire in 6 months. Anyways, that's what the marketers on the internet want you to believe. How about, do you read all about other traders? In other words, do you spend time on Forex forums or other trading forums and learn about what other people are doing, what other traders are doing, their successes, their failures, their strategies? Do you do that? And if you are, well, that could be a bit of a problem as well. How about, do you open Forex marketing mail? Okay, now let's admit it. We all get a lot of mail on the internet because we've subscribed to different trading gurus, or we've seen trading ideas on the internet that at first seem to be pretty interesting, or we just want to learn. And some of us are absolute learners. We can continue learning for the rest of our lives and still not be able to trade Forex successfully. And you ask yourself, are you one of those people? But anyways, opening Forex marketing mail is not a good idea. That's just, you're spending way too much time there. And what about procrastinating? Perhaps you've done well in Forex in the past. Perhaps now you've had some failures and you're just kind of scared, or you don't know what to do. Basically, you look at charts all day or in the evening when you get home from work, and you're procrastinating. You're not really spending your time either trading successfully or learning successfully. And you all can ask this important question: where did all of my time go? Okay, so I'm going to give you the best pro tip here, guys. Let me just erase it. The best pro tip is that the only way you're going to learn how to make money trading is to practice the heck out of your strategies or system by something or a technique called backtesting. Okay, backtesting is, again, I'm going to be getting into that and some of the different ways you can backtest your Forex strategies. This is how you should spend most of your available computer time, but you have to do this the right way. Okay, so now my name is Martin. You can see that right over here. I'm a proud Canadian Forex trader. Okay, I reside here in Toronto, Canada, for those that don't know me, and I've been teaching live classes here in the Toronto area for about 4 to 5 years. I've had a YouTube channel. This is the channel right here, Trade Currencies Learn Forex, and I've been running a successful business. I'm a professional trader, mentor, educator, and coach, and I'm glad that you're watching this video, guys, and this is going to be really important. Again, it's how to manually backtest your strategy. So before we start, I want to wish all of my subscribers all around the world, and especially my Canadian subscribers here across Canada and especially Toronto, a very, very happy and prosperous new year. Hopefully your Forex trading will take you to another level, and I certainly want to be right behind you showing you how to do this, okay? And this is my very first video of the new year, so I'm really happy to share this with you. Okay, let's start right away. What is backtesting, okay? Some of you have heard the word and you kind of know what it is, and some of you have heard the word or maybe not heard the word and don't really know what this is. So let's start off by giving you an explanation. The first step, as far as I'm concerned, is to becoming a successful trader is to backtest your strategy or system. And this is important, guys, before you use real money. So if you're thinking about opening up a real money account, trading, and thinking that you're going to make lots of money within the next few months, think again. You most likely will fail. And again, I've repeated this many times. Around the world, about 90% of Forex traders are failures. They're losers, and this is disheartening, and that's the reason why I'm in the business, to help you become a successful Forex trader. So before you use real money, you should back test whatever strategy or system you have. You want to find out how your strategy or system behaves in all different types of market conditions. Okay, by market conditions, different types of market conditions, I'm talking about trending markets, sideways markets, up markets, down markets, and so on. Okay, your primary aim in backtesting is to protect your capital and not lose money with a strategy that underperforms. Okay, backtesting is simply trading and testing your strategy with previous historical market data. So you're going back in time on your charts, and you're going to test your strategy and what happened before in the past to the present time. It's like a dress rehearsal or a trial period before putting your real money at risk. Okay, a good period of time to backtest your strategy would be to use the previous 3 to 5 years. More is better. Some people backtest 5, 6, 7, 10 years, but it's really up to you. But the more of the previous history you can backtest, the better it will be for you. Okay. Now, the next thing is the rewards of backtesting. Okay, why do you backtest, and why is it so important? Well, manual backtesting, and I'm talking about the type where you go back on your charts using your computer mouse. You're not using an automatic or automated program to backtest. You're doing this manually, okay? And visually taking a look to see what is going on with your trading strategy. Now, manual backtesting can be time consuming. I'm not hiding that fact. It can be time consuming, but it is very, very rewarding. It's probably the best way to feel how your trading strategy would work in various market conditions. It's the best way to get your hands dirty, and that's something that a lot of you haven't done. You want to trade, you want to make money right away. I mean, it's easy to place a trade whenever you want and see what the outcome is, but how about practicing your account? Okay, and you can do this on a demo trading account. Doesn't even have to be on a real live account. But I want you to get your hands dirty and make you feel like you're accomplishing something. So I know another thing is a lot of traders, after they've been trading for months, and they're just looking for opportunities on the charts, and they get all confused with the different price patterns, you know, the head and shoulders. You may be using trend lines. You may be using your pivot points or support and resistance levels, and you're kind of getting confused as to what you're seeing and what you should do. And this is another reason why you should backtest first of all. It's going to make you feel like you're accomplishing something, and then make you feel more productive than anything else I can do. I can assure you guys that when you backtest properly, and there's a correct way of doing it, you're going to learn how to trade Forex better than any other way I know. Okay, so you are rewarded with the good feeling that you are training your mind, and that's what learning is all about, right? You want to train your mind to be ready. You want to be ready, and it's called trading active ready in the markets. And when you do this every day, even for about a half an hour, or whenever you come home from work and you've got a little bit of spare time, this will help you enjoy the trading process and boost your confidence. Now, notice I said enjoy, because I can assure you as well, I've been in the business for a long time now, and I can definitely guarantee that many of you are not enjoying the trading process anymore. It's become a chore. You perhaps when you come home after work, you don't even want to look at your charts. You've had a lot of losing trades, or you're starting to lose money. You're in the red. Perhaps you've lost all or most of your money, and you just don't feel like trading again. And this is another reason for procrastination. So I want you to get back to enjoying the trading process without actually having to place any trades. Okay? Now, backtesting information you really need to know and find out about. Like, what are you backtesting for? So when you go back on your charts and back in history, and you want to look for your trade setups based on your strategy, you really want to find out what's important to you. Now, some of these things right here may be important to some of you, but maybe not to all of you. Certainly, you have to decide what you're trying to find when you backtest, okay? And is it entry signals? You want to find out the good entry signals, where they were, why they were good, and what happened after. You want to find, perhaps you want to know your entry wins versus your losses. So in other words, if you, over the course of, let's say, the last year in history, did you have a winning percentage of, let's say, 60%, 50%, 80%? You want to find out what that percentage is, okay? You want to find out perhaps how many pips you won or lost, because now you can actually also put a dollar value. So if you won, let's say, over the past 2 years, you made 10,000 pips, and if you were to trade with one mini lot, which is $1 a pip movement, then you would have made $10,000. If you would have traded with one standard lot, that's $10 a pip movement, and that's 10,000 pips, right? So $10 times 10,000 pips is $100,000, okay? So that is going to determine perhaps how much money you would have made or lost, okay? So where to put your stop loss? You can certainly look at your charts, and whenever you placed a trade or a pending trade or a potential trade, where would you have put your stop losses? So that could be very important to you, okay? Let's see, where to take profits, take profit targets, okay? So again, another thing you would look for when you backtest is, and you're looking at your charts, is where, so you've placed a trade, you've entered a trade at this level here, and where would you take your first profit target, or perhaps your second profit target? This is what I mean by profit targets. Now, I'm going to explain this a little bit more on some of the charts that we're going to look at in just a minute, okay? So if you're a little bit lost right now and you're a beginner, just stay with me and it'll all make sense. Now, the next thing is the win-loss percentage ratio, well, which is actually right here. Here's the exact wins and losses, but here we have an actual percentage. So did you have a 70 or 80% win ratio, 70% winners, 30% losses, or so on? Or did you have 40% winners and 60% losses, okay? And not necessarily the last item here. There may be many more on this list. Again, it's entirely up to you, but how to avoid false entries. And this is a really important topic. Most educators online, Forex teachers, do not really talk about false entries and how to avoid them. But when you're backtesting your strategy, are there ways that you could prevent from going into a trade that would have turned out bad or would have turned out into a loss? If anytime you can avoid a bad entry trade, you are making money, or at least keeping money in your pocket and not letting it blow out. Okay, so that is all super important. So these are some of the things that you can do in your spare time when you're not trading, and I'd rather you do this than spend your time searching the internet for all kinds of extra information, education, bad strategies, bad examples of all kinds of systems. I mean, I'd rather you not do that, because that really is just a waste of time, okay? Now, 4 ways to backtest. So we're going to get right into it right now, and we're going to take a look at some charts. I have 4 different ways for you to backtest. You should be able to, first of all, pick a time frame, and in my own personal trading, I trade on the daily charts. So you want to be able to go back, pick a time frame, and let's say the daily or even the 4-hour or the hourly, it doesn't matter, whatever whatever your strategy commands. Go back 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever, how far ever back you want. And then you should be able to walk through each bar and apply your system rules, because I mean, if you don't have rules to your strategy or system, you really don't have a strategy, right? You're trading blind, and I don't want you to do that. So before you even engage in a real money, with your real money on a real account, trading account, then you need to come up with a strategy and a set of rules to gauge your success. Now, I've come up with 4 ways you can backtest your system, okay? There are more, but for me, the first 3 are pretty simple and easy to do. You do not have to spend any extra money on extra backtesting software or strategy software. We're going to go through each one of these 3, and the last one here, number 4, you would be purchasing some software online to help you backtest and give you the analysis of the different metrics that you're looking for, the information that you need in order to determine how successful you are. So the very first one is the full view. You're going to look at your charts in a full view mode, and this is a good start for you to start backtesting. Number 2 is the backwards view, where you go back in time and you're going to have it's probably a slightly better idea than number 1, so this is better. Then you're going to look at 1 candle forward backtesting idea. This is where you look at 1 candle at a time, and you can't see the right side of your chart. So this is probably the best way to do it if you're not spending any money on extra software. And if you are, you want to go 1 step further, guys. This is it here. The full pro simulation is the best way to backtest, okay? So first of all, the full view. The full view is really simple, guys. Just go back in history to any date and time and look for your entry and exit strategies. You'll be able to see the entire right side of your chart. So it's simple to examine your entry and see how the trade progresses on the right of your entry candle. Let's take a look at a chart. Okay, guys, here is my chart. You can see my algorithm on the charts. It's all color coded, and green basically means bullish, pink means bearish. Okay, the green is controlled by the buyers and the pink is controlled by the sellers. So when everything lines up here, and I'm not going to give you the exact algorithm and how it works, you'll have to contact me later on for that. But I'm just showing you when it comes to backtesting, this is what you do. So the full view means that you're going to look at your entire chart, start anywhere you want. If you want to go back in time, take a look at my mouse right here. This has to be engaged. This is the chart shift button. That is disengaged. Click on that, click on this, okay, and that's the chart scroll button, okay, and then with your mouse, on the middle wheel of your mouse, you can just go back in time, okay, and right now we're going back into, this is 2019, now I'm at 2018, back at 2017, okay, so you see how this works, right? Okay, now so you pick any period. You can still see the left side right here. Let me just take a look. You can see the left, okay, you can see the right and the right side, and what you want to do is pick anywhere on the chart. And what I do, and to keep track of things, it's I'm doing 2 things at the same time. Let me just take that off. I'm going to place a vertical line. So again, take a look above here, guys. This is my vertical line here. Okay, I clicked on that. Okay, I'm going to click on this right here. It's I've made it yellow. Okay, and you can see this yellow vertical line is placed right on there. So that's not my entry. My entry, according to my algorithm, would be right there. It's green. You see right there. This is green. This is green. Okay. Hold on for a second. I'm going to do one more thing. Okay, I've just changed my chart slightly. So you can see here green right on that candle, okay, and that would be my entry. I've got, in my algorithm, I've only got two simple entries. It's called an early entry, early trend entry. So this would be an ET entry, and then I've got a continuation trend entry, and I'm just going to put another, but I'm going to change this. So just again, just a quick review, guys. When I'm back testing, I'm going to start here. This is my starting point, and I'm going to continue going this way, just looking visually at for all my entries. Okay, so here is my early entry, and it's in yellow. And then here you can see is, I'm going to move this one over and change the color, and you can do this. It's just a bit of a tip. So let's change this to a light blue. And so every time on my chart, as I'm going forward, I'm placing a yellow vertical line. That would be for my ET entry based on my algorithm called the early trend entry. And here would be my continuation trend, my CT entry for a continuation type of trade entry. And again, you can see both trades were successful. They both went up, okay, right from here. So they would have been winners, okay, also based on the algorithm. So again, and you would look for every opportunity for an entry. This could be another right there, another entry. Here's another entry right there, this black bar. And what you do, guys, you would just scroll on your chart and just slowly like that, and place your vertical lines. Place your vertical lines like that, okay? Wherever you want, wherever you feel it matches the criteria or the rules of your strategy, okay? And then when you come right to the end, you would just add them up. You would add up your different types of entries and see how successful you were and get any other data that you want from that, okay? So that is the full chart. So this is easy. Just go back in time, pick a spot anywhere, and then go forward just by scrolling your mouse, my mouse, so you can see that right here on the chart, okay? Okay, guys, this is number 2. The second way you can back test. Again, remember, these ideas do not cost any extra money. This is what you should be doing in your spare time. So number 2, backwards view, and this is probably a little bit better than the full view, which I just reviewed. So the backwards view, back test, starts at the hard right edge. In other words, the last candle, or the most present day candle, okay, and you go backwards to the first entry signal candle you see, based on your strategy, okay? Now, I teach a course right now. Right now I'm teaching a course called ABC Forex. That's where you can learn all about my new algorithmic trading, and I'm only looking for 2 entry candles. Again, I mentioned that on the full view back test. It's the early trend, the ET signal, and the continuation trend, CT signal. So I'm just looking for these two entry signal candles. Again, here's a chart showing you a bit more about it, and you can see the valid ET signals are in blue, with the blue arrows. So these are the early entry. ET stands for early trend, I should say early trend signals, wherever you see the blue, okay? And the valid CT signals, the continuation trend, are in the gold here, see right there with the gold arrow, okay? And they match, again, everything's color coded. So it's really, I really am teaching a simple system to my Forex traders here in the Toronto area, and soon we'll be releasing it worldwide, so you'll be able to get a copy of it very soon. In red here, the red arrows show that the continuation trend signals are not valid, okay? And so again, that's the simple way of doing it. But I'm going to, and we started with this one as we continue going from the right side to the left side. Now, I'm going to go to a real chart. Okay, guys, this is the same chart, the same currency pair as the full view, except this time I want, instead of going back in history, I'm going to go to my last most present day candle. In other words, today's trading candle. So this time you do not disengage. This time you click on these both, the scroll buttons and the chart shift buttons, to engage them. because you want the chart to come right, you want to see the last candle. Okay, so I'm clicking on that. Take a look over here, clicking on that, and now you can see today. Today is actually the Eastern, I'm in the Eastern time zone, like I'm trading New York time here, and it's approximately just before midnight when I'm producing this video. So here is, when I talk about the backwards view, you want to start with the last candle, okay, and then you want to go and find the very first entry according to your strategy, whatever strategy that is. Now, this is my strategy, my algorithm, and right here with this candle, that's my first ET, or early trend signal, okay? So I'm expecting price to go down from here, and then from here I go to the next one, and you can see right here is my very first, okay, my very first continuation trend. Here is my another early trend right here, and let me just use the vertical just a second here. Let me take that off, and I'm going to use the vertical, okay, my vertical line. So that is a continuation, okay, and actually this would be the conservative continuation trend, CT right there. Here is my ET, and I've got to change that because it's a different type of signal. It's my early trend, okay, and that changes to a yellow, okay. So right away you can see there's one early trend. It hasn't played out yet, okay. We'll see what happens. This one here is my continuation. Let's take a look and put a line right over there. Okay, guys, there is I'm going to move this line right there. Okay, everything matches up in color. So that would be my early trend here. Again, let's go over to here. Here is another. Okay, you can see right here is another. Let's move that right there. Another early trend. So again, this would have worked out in a good sell trade. This probably would have been it might not have reached the first profit target because it did come back there, and I would have gotten out, just to show you right here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right with this candle right there, I would have gotten out for a small loss of only 22 pips. And guys, that's amazing because this is a daily chart. Only a 22 pip loss, and I would have gone in right here on no, I would not. And again, a good system, guys, a good strategy. I'm going to place a line right over here. This normally would be a continuation, okay, and it is. It's a continuation trend, so it's a different signal from this one, and that's why I got to change that line to a blue. Okay, so that would have been a winning trade, winning. Well, we don't know yet here. This would have been maybe a slight loss. Like I said, 22 pips. This is a winning trade right here. So you can, and you just go backwards from the last candle. You just continue going backwards, looking for your trade entries. Okay, and this one right there is another continuation trend, CT trade entry, and that would have been a winner. And again here, right here, this is the early. Okay, again, remember, this is my strategy. I'm not saying this is best for you or anything like that, but that's an ET trade. Okay, so you can see just by going backwards what I'm doing. You use a different color line, vertical line, for your different types of trade setups. Okay, and this is what works for me. Now let's go to the third way. Okay, guys, this is the third way to backtest. It's called the one candle forward method. It's an excellent way to do because this time you won't see the right side of the chart at all. And what you're doing is you're going to go back in history to any date and then move the chart to the right edge to hide the other candles off to the right side of your screen. Then you're going to move forward one candle at a time by clicking the F12 tab on, or button on your keyboard, okay, on your computer keyboard. And different computers might have a different tab that you click, but for most computers, it's the F12 tab. That's right at the top line on your keyboard. Okay, you will click that one, tap it once only, again and again to move your chart forward one candle at a time. Okay, so this way it's going to train your mind to anticipate trade setups, whereas the other two methods, you already see basically the charts, but again, and they are good methods to get you started. This is probably the best way. So let's take a look at the chart and see how that works. Okay. Okay, guys, I've got another chart up here right now, okay, and you have to go backwards in time, pick a spot somewhere, but again, disengage these two buttons on top. So I'm clicking on that, using my mouse to scroll backwards. It doesn't matter, just go anywhere, okay, and this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so now, because you can't see the right side here, you're going to use the FN button at the bottom of your keyboard and the F12. So you click one at a time. You can see what I'm doing. And whenever you see a trade setup, okay, like in this case, I see something here. It matches here. So I can draw a vertical line just to show you. Okay, there's my ET entry. And then again, I'm going forward. One bar or one candle at a time, okay, and let's do that. And then you want to see how that plays out, so you can see, very good. And guess what? I might have gotten out, well, not yet. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's keep going. Okay, wow, you can see this trade really took off. So, okay, right about here, guys. Right there. So I entered my trade again, just showing you how you do this. And this is what you should be doing every night. I know it's time consuming, but trust me, after a while it's going to be fun, because you're going to get better and better at this. So if you enter a trade right there, stop loss, let's say here somewhere, and again, this is to my algorithm strategy rules, you can see I would have held on to the trade to probably right there, okay? Right there. And again, how many pips that is, let me just go to here, use my crosshair. So I'm looking at, in this case, this trade, 233 pips, okay? You can see 233 pips, and that would have been an amazing winner, okay? So, and this is what you do. You just kind of go forward, okay? You click on the F12 button, okay, and you can do this fairly quickly in the evening, guys, okay? And you may say that this might be another setup right over here, okay? So again, you would place maybe another vertical line right there, and click on to see what happens next. Click on the F12, okay? And you can see in this case, the trade did not go that far. It kind of just rolled right over, and you may not have been, I don't think you would have been stopped out. But actually, in this case, if I go F12 forward, again, you can see it actually ended up being a winner, okay? Now, something on my chart tells me that I would not have entered this trade, or this trade anyways. I would have entered somewhere here for a continuation trade, okay? Because something showed me that this was a false breakout. But again, if you want the rules and you want to learn how I trade, then I'll give you some more information on what I do and what my algorithm trading is all about. It's in the course called ABC Forex, okay? And I'm excited about that. Quite a number of people here in Toronto have gotten a hold of it already, and I'm getting a lot of amazing results and feedback from that. So again, with this system, is called the one candle forward system. Press F12 on your computer screen, and you can practice, and that's what this video is all about. Okay, so number 4 is the full pro simulation. This is the best way to trade because you certainly will not see the right side at all. It's all done automatic for you, the trading, so you don't have to keep pressing the F12 button. And I can tell you, I use this, and this is probably one of the best things I've ever done, is invest in this software. And the best one, there are 2 or 3 on the market right now, but I believe right now the best trading simulation software is called this one right here. It's called Soft4FX Forex Simulator. The cost is $99 American money, so you would have to convert that to the currency in your country, but it is absolutely fantastic. It's not that difficult to use, and it's gonna really help your trading success to a different level. So this is the one I use right now, Soft4FX Forex Simulator. Okay. So this is what it looks like here. You actually place orders and you can move. It allows you to automatically move your bars forward one at a time. But what's amazing is it also collects trading data from each trade that you take, and you would actually place trades as if you're trading for real. So it takes the trading data and puts them in chart form, and you can retrieve all this information afterwards to see how successful you are. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is I need you guys to stay trading active. To enjoy trading, you need to keep active every day with meaningful and productive. So these are the 2 key words: meaningful and productive trading habits. Okay, a lot of you have terrible trading habits, or trading demons, and they're impacting on the way you trade. So you need to improve in all departments, and most of it is psychological. You've got to keep the flow going. You've got to keep the juices flowing and your trader's mindset glowing. Okay, so keep your mind in the trading zone. You've got to teach and train your mind to be ready and willing and absorb yourself in the exhilarating flow of motivation. So motivation is the key. Motivate yourself every day to practice the heck out of your trading system. Don't waste your time searching the internet. I'm telling you guys, don't waste your time searching for the Holy Grail. It doesn't exist, okay? Instead, backtest your system strategies instead, okay? And finally, I've got a free ebook for anyone that's interested, okay? If you want my free ebook, it's called My Winning Algorithm. Help is on the way. It describes my algorithmic trading strategy with more information and chart examples and how it can help you. If you're interested, please email me. Again, my name is Martin, and the email address is mskyj, it's a J here, 007 at gmail.com. So mskyj 007 at gmail.com. Okay, I'm not apologizing for the length of this video. I think it's really important. One of the best videos I produced that can truly help you guys. And if you start backtesting, you're going to find that your trading is going to improve immensely. Again, cheers, especially to all my Canadian subscribers and new subscribers around the world. If you're watching this video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. So click on the subscribe button, click on the like, and please provide me a comment. If you like the information in this video, please comment. Okay, so here's the subscribe and the bell. You will have to click on the bell icon below the video to actually get the videos automatically sent to your email address. So take care, guys. All the best. I'll have another video next week for you, and from this point on, there'll be a lot of videos sent your way. Take care. Bye for now.